Are you ready to stop drinking for good? But you're really not sure where to start. Maybe you've tried and you've slipped up. And maybe this is for the first time you're really serious about taking control of your life. Look, either way, I'm here to tell you that it's possible. That today I want to walk through 5 steps that you can get started today so that you can take some action and start to really have a different sort of life for yourself. Because I know if you're like me, you're on the internet typing away looking for the fucking answer. Sometimes the answers are so simple that we miss them. Before you go searching for the next thing, stop and just take some time to listen to what I've got to say, because I've done what you want to do, and that is to get sober for years. It's not about just getting sober, because getting sober is just a start. It's about living life rather than just getting to that destination of sobriety. It doesn't matter whether I drink or not. It's about whether or not I live my life. And that's what I'm all about. If that resonates with you, if that's something you want to listen to, keep listening, because I want to talk to you about the 5 things that will really help you get going and start moving your journey forward and start really getting you into a life that you can start to be proud of. It's a life that you can start to make some difference, and a life that you can start to fucking live. The first thing you want to do is to recognize that drinking is a problem for you. You need to get really clear why you want to stop drinking. Understand that you need to have a clear why, because the how is just to stop drinking. But the why is more important than the how. When things get tough, you're stuck with the why. My life was basically falling apart. And my choice was to continue to drink and continue to have my life fall apart, or to stop drinking and start to maybe. And at that point, it was a real small maybe that I could start to turn shit around and start to get things better. But the alternative was the guarantee that life is going to get worse. You need to have a clear why, because when things are going to get tough, and there's going to be times where, let's be honest, that you're going to go, fuck, I'd rather just drink. And those are the times that you need that resilience. You need that mindset to say, okay, I'm feeling this way, but these are the reasons why I want to keep moving forward. These are the reasons why I want to keep making things, improving things, because there's a why, which is the fuel to keep you going, to keep you moving forward, to keep you making the right choice. Write down your why. Why do you want to stop drinking? Is it to be a better role model for your family? Is it to be a better person? Is it to be healthier? Is it to just have a better life? Because your why will give you the purpose, and it'll give you the strength to push through when things get tough. And things will get tough. Things will get lonely. Things will get hard. And that's why step 2 is to create a supportive environment for success, because you can't do this by yourself. And what does that mean? That means enlisting your family, getting your environment set up for success. Remove alcohol, remove options, remove triggers. Get people on board in your families to say, look, we don't drink in the house. And when I first started getting sober, that was one of the things that we did. We didn't have alcohol in the house because I couldn't trust myself. Now it's neither here nor there. But that being said, you need to have the environment set up for success. You need to have things in place that will encourage you and inspire you. And that's why you join supportive communities. That's why community groups, that's why Facebook groups, that's why lots of different things are out there to help. And that's why I created Kick the Piss, so that we can provide accountability and support for each other. Your environment and the people that you hang around with, the people you communicate with, will make a big difference about your journey moving forward. That's why it's important to know that you don't have to do it by yourself. Talk to your family, talk to your loved ones, tell them where you're going and what your mission is. Don't be discouraged when not everyone is in your journey with you. You need to have people on board and have people on your side. And then the third thing is really to identify some of your cravings and triggers, because we're going to get triggered and we're going to get cravings because such as stress and boredom and just social events. You need to have strategies and tools in place when these come up that you'll be able to deal with them. What would it be? Mindfulness, deep breathing, healthy distractions, exercise, having hobbies, watching TV. And initially, it might just be sitting through that initial craving and riding it through. They call it craving riding, where it goes up and then you just let it go and then it dissipates. You're going to learn that a craving or a signal to your brain to say drink isn't necessarily something that you have to follow through with. It's just a signal. It's just a bit of information that you're going to have. Might not be relevant, and it's not going to help you move your life in the direction that you want. And recognize that cravings are temporary. And what you need to do is have a plan, have a system, and have something that you know that you can rely on, that even when you get that craving, get that feeling, that you have a step two, that you'll be able to do something different. And then the next thing is just really start to build new habits, start to build a new life. Because once you take alcohol out of your life, you're going to find, and I found myself personally, that life was pretty fucking boring. Because life in itself isn't boring. You're boring because you're drinking all the time. So you have to recognize that you've made your life boring. You've shrunk your life to a bottle that you just focus. And what happens if your life is shrunk that much? Your hobbies, your interests, and everything is revolving around alcohol. When you take it out, your life's going to be really fucking empty and lonely and quiet. And if you don't fill that hole, and it will feel like a hole, it will feel empty, it will feel like a void that you're just like, fucking hell, what do I do now? You're going to go back to alcohol because that's the only thing that took that boredom away. But remember, it's only taking the boredom away because you're distracting yourself from reality. And if you're distracting yourself from reality, you're not dealing with reality and you're not actually building a life that you want to live anyway. So just recognize you've got to start to do things that you want to have in your life. And that's why it's important to just build new habits and start small, start doing things that you want to do. Really start to go, okay, well, I've got all this space, time, and interests in my life. What can I do instead? And then start to slowly integrate some of the new habits, new interests. And it's not about finding the interest that will work for you. It's about just trying things. And it might take you a few goes to find things that you're interested in. It might be lots of different things. But the thing is, you've got the time now. You've got the space, you've got the mental energy, and you've got the capacity to try new things. And when you try new things, some things will work and some things won't. And that's okay. Because you can try things without becoming the grand master of something. You can try it, you can like it, or you can not like it. As long as these things that you're trying are making your life feel better, if they're helping you, if they're encouraging you to keep moving forward. And then ultimately, finding a community of people that are going to be working towards a common goal, that want to keep you accountable, that want to help you show up. And there's lots of different tribes out there and there's lots of different communities out there that you can join and that you can be a part of, that will help you and will encourage you to move forward and will help you to live a life that you're going to be proud of. And a community of people that will help you be accountable and that will help you move your life forward. Just remember that life is there to be lived and your legacy is there to be written. And just imagine now in 5 years' time how good life will be if you stop drinking. Just think, what could you achieve if you didn't have the fucking monkey on your back? Who could you be? And what things could you have in your life that you currently don't have? If all you did was stop drinking and started living. That's why I created Kick the Piss. That's why I created a community of people that are working towards something. Because ultimately, life is more than getting pissed. Life is more than escaping. Life is living. You don't recognize that it's possible for you when you're drinking all the time, and you don't recognize that. But if you get around people that are working towards something, it doesn't matter what group it is, if they're all working towards a common goal, that momentum will rub off on you and you'll be able to use their momentum when you don't have it. When people are struggling, you lift them up and then that lifts you up and then you can move forward. Because it can be a long journey. It can feel as though that it's a path of monotony. But that being said, it's a path of living. Life is sometimes hard. Life is sometimes good and life is sometimes great. And that's just the way life is. It can't be up all the time and it can't be down, because if it was good all the time, we wouldn't recognize when the good times were good. And if it was bad all the time, we wouldn't be able to say, oh, fuck it. And, this is brilliant. And it's all about colors. We have all different colors of the world. And that's why life is so different at times, but because it gives us an opportunity to experience it. And just know that life begins at sobriety. You don't get there and then it's bang, I'm fucking sober, it's all done. Because it's just the beginning. And you can choose to continue to build upon life. You can choose to make better choices and you can choose to be the person that you want to be. And remember, you can create anything that you want once you make the decision to stop drinking. And I just want to say, if you're serious about stopping drinking, just know that you're not alone. There's people out there every fucking day doing it, being it and living it. So take these steps, write them down and commit to the process of sobriety. Commit to taking each single step. And remember, it's not just about stopping drinking. It's about reclaiming your life, putting the line in the sand, reclaiming that legacy that has been written so far and rebuilding the legacy to something more positive, to something that you're going to be proud of so that you can take the next step, that you can go and join Kick the Piss. Go to www.kickthepiss.com. Join us on the journey of sobriety and then join us and show us and share with us your journey. But just know that you're not alone. There's people out there every day that are moving forward and you can move forward too if you just start. Start today. Start to think about what you want your life to be and then start to put things in place that will create that life for you. Get on board with a community of people that are working towards a common goal. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to fucking believe in yourself and take some new action. And remember, I've got your back. I'm Jason and I'm from kickthepiss.com.